Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sanjana. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up my intentions for 2022. So what I mean by intentions is that last week we set up our goals for 2022. So in order to achieve these goals, we not only need to know what action steps we need to take. We'll come to that a little bit later. Before that, it's very important to know the kind of mindset we need in order to achieve these goals and also enjoy the process of getting there. So that is what this setup will be about. I'll share mine along with I'll also share the process of how to come up with these intentions specifically for your goals too. So let's get right into it. So this particular page is for plans, like they have given us priorities, habits to adopt, and all of those things. I think it is nice, but I personally prefer to have this based on monthly rather than yearly. This year I have 16 intentions, but I don't think I'll be using this. I just want to change things up a little bit. I feel these are too boxy, so just to give some visual interest, I thought I can switch this up. So I will be whiting out all of these lines as well as headers, and I'll be using a lot of stickers to... Okay, there was some issue with my camera recording. You did not miss a lot. One thing that you did miss was me sharing about what stickers I'm using for today's setup. One is this Colorful Shapes sticker book from Happy Planner, and then for decorative purposes I will be using some of the ink bucket stickers. These are all the sticker sheets from previous year planners. So let's get right into it. I had started talking about how you can achieve your how you can figure out what your intentions are. So I'm gonna start off from first again. Well, there are different ways to figure out what your intentions are for the goals that you have set. Some of the methods that I have used in the past, I'll be sharing that with you guys. One is journaling. Then you can also find out through meditation and tarot reading as well as visualization. Journaling, I feel, is the most effective way through which you can find out what your intentions are. Meditation, I think it's a more lengthier process. You need a lot of time. It just doesn't happen like you sit down to meditate, and it just does not work like that. So that is quite challenging and you need a little bit more time. At least for me, that's how it works. Visualization is quite good, but you need to make sure that you get a good visualization audio clip that is suitable for the way you think and process your thoughts. Tarot reading is amazing as well. If you know how to do tarot readings, then that's a pretty convenient method too. If you don't know, then probably you'll have to look for a tarot reader. What I did was use a combination of tarot reading as well as journaling. But for this video, I'm gonna stick to journaling and share what you can do so that you'll be able to figure out what your intentions are. So for journaling, write about why you want to achieve that particular goal in 2022. Why is it important for you? And then write about a person who you know who has already achieved that goal. Do you have anyone in your life? Let's take an example of creating an intentional work routine. So why is it important for you to create an intentional work routine? And then, do you know anyone who has created an intentional work routine and who's quite good at it? Or even if you don't know anyone personally, do you know anyone online or a fictional character? And after that, journal about what advice would that person give you so that you can create an intentional work routine for yourself too. That will really help you to see what sort of mindset that you need to create in order to achieve your goal. Even if you're not doing it for all the goals, do it at least for your main goal. I hope for all the goals that you have set for 2022, you are prioritizing at least one of those. If you try to give equal importance to all of them, when things get overwhelmed, you'll not be able to work on either of them. So have your priorities straight. Know what is your first priority, what is your second priority. That will really help you to simplify the process and make sure that it's not quite overwhelming. So from your journaling, you will be able to figure out what is it that you have to do in order to achieve that goal. And I'm not talking about these actionable steps or like very practical steps. I'm talking about the mindset that you need to have in order to make sure that you're taking that action too. So going through what you have journaled will really help you figure that out, and you can follow what I'm adding here and see if that resonates with you. I'm not talking about the exact intention, but the verbs that I'll be adding. If not, you can come up with your own as well. So let's start off with the first one. My first intention is to create tranquility. I can explain you a little bit about it. So my main goal for next year is to make sure that I'm spending every day on a more like slow living lifestyle. So just drawing away from technology, practicing yoga, journaling, going out for a walk, observing nature, creating art, or just sitting in silence, meditating. Anything. I want to spend 1 hour every single day to do that. And I know this is impossible because you never know what how your days are gonna pan out. So this is like my ideal goal. But I don't mind even if I do it for 5 minutes, even if I do it for 15 minutes, I'm totally fine with it. So for that, my intention is to create tranquility. And this, I can do it in different ways. I can create a more calmer space, like my surroundings. I can bring in more flowers. I can light candles. I can't do that because I'm not allowed to in this house because of fire hazards. I'm just giving you an example. I can bring in different lightings, you know, those fairy lights. I can add them. So that will really help me to create that space and get myself into that mood. And when I'm in that particular mindset, it's a lot easier for me to live like this versus, let's say, if my space was completely chaotic, it's a lot harder for me to get to this particular goal, to take action on it. That's one way I can do it. And another way I can do it is through listening to music. So whenever I listen to like some nice slow moving like songs, whether it's romantic songs or just instrumental music, which is very calm, that too helps me get into that mindset. So you can do it in different ways, and that I will trust myself to figure out how I can do that over the entire of 2022. So you need not know how. What you need to know is what and why. So that is what we are doing here. Next intention is to emphasize the present. And part of slow living lifestyle is to not worry too much about future, like to not think too much about past as well as future, to live in the moment, to appreciate what you already have. So I want to emphasize means highlighting it or giving more importance to it. So anytime I focus on like a lot ahead in future or worry about a lot of things, I can remind myself that, you know, emphasize the present, see what you already have. And that's a really good mindset, not only for this particular goal that I have set, but I think in general it's a really good mindset for me, at least. So that is another thing. Third intention is to feel joy. This comes into picture for like obviously for slow living lifestyle, as well as exploring creativity, not worry about the end result. See, the emphasis too comes on this. Focus on the process right now, don't worry about the end result, and just enjoy whatever I am doing. And I have this tendency to like get too serious about things, especially when I'm working on a particular goal. I tend to go into that mode of like strategizing things, planning things, analyzing stuff. So I want to like move away a little bit and focus on how I feel rather than how, you know, whether I'm achieving the goal or not. Am I enjoying this? Just like enjoy the process. And then traveling too, when I travel, like just be happy. So that is another thing. And by the way, last year I've used different verbs, so you can check that out if you're interested. I will link it at the end of this video. I think one of the things I remember is welcome persistence. I was a person a few years back wherein I used to start things and I would never complete it. If things wouldn't work out the way I wanted it to, I would let that go and then create a new goal. So I had this identity of, oh, I don't finish what I start. So I really wanted to welcome persistence, not give up, just keep doing. Some things take time, just keep persisting. So that is how, that's what really helped me last year or in 2021. So you can go check that out. I've used different verbs in there, and it has like, it's very specific to the goals that I have set for 2021. Then I will be adding choose. Well, I want to add 2, which is love and gratitude. So for choosing love and gratitude, the way I can explain is, I can definitely explain for gratitude. Let's say paying off loan. If I think about like, oh my god, I have this much loan to pay, I wish I wouldn't have taken it, or I wish I would have just studied for 1 year. If I keep thinking about these things, it's a very like negative, it has a very negative effect, and I'll approach it negatively too. I don't want to do that. I want to be grateful that I have family members who are ready to support me. I'm happy, I'm very grateful that I got to study a course that I wanted to study, and I got a great job because of that. So this is how will help to like approach the goals that you have. Even for traveling, if I'm not able to like travel to India, instead of like fussing about that, I want to be grateful that I'm traveling within Canada too. So that is regarding like choose love and gratitude. Next one is embrace, and I want to embrace trust. Embracing trust is a little bit personal, but I think I can explain in terms of exploring creativity. One of the reasons why I fear a little bit of painting is because I'm scared of the end result. Like I think that it'll not be good. So I want to trust in the process that I can keep doing it and I will learn it over a period of time. So trust the process. That is how I want to approach this particular goal, but for the others, it's just like my personal reasons. And then next one is explore individuality. So for individuality, you know, the way our society functions, you're sort of rewarded to fit into the group, and that sometimes kind of like loses or disconnects you from your own self. So last year I really started embracing individuality. If there was something that was quote unquote wrong, it's actually different in myself, but I was seeing it as, this is wrong, this is something wrong with myself, I wish I was like that, like this. When I started embracing those aspects of myself, I figured out different ways in which I worked on my goals and different ways to take action. So this year I want to explore more of myself and explore that individuality. These are all the 6 intentions. Now let's start off with the decorative stickers. So I wanted to use a few of these floral ones. Oh, I wanted to use this rainbow sticker too. And let me know if you have any questions regarding setting your intentions. I personally feel like this has been very helpful for me last year, and I really like to add this next to my goals instead of adding like action steps or instead of basically adding actionable steps, because before you start taking action, I think it's really important to know the sort of person you need to become, like the way you need to think, the way you need to behave in order to achieve the goals that you have set. Oh, I love these stickers. Okay, so for florals, there are some in this particular planner as well. Let's just see. I had not used, so you can see a lot of like floral stickers. I'm trying my best to use stickers that are available in India in case you want some inspiration and you want to try out the same. You can do that, but these box or like these kind of label stickers are so difficult to like find in India, so this is what I'm using. Okay, so I went a bit crazy with stickers, but I'm absolutely happy with the way it turned out. I definitely did not start off this setup thinking I'll be adding so many. I just wanted to create like a centerpiece and add like florals around it, but the space ended up looking blank, so I just went crazy with all of the stickers. And yeah guys, I hope you're enjoying the Get Set 2022 series, and I hope you found this particular video helpful. So yeah, I think that is it for today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.